living, Nigeria's first real estate review.
I know that you have gotten the notion that real estate is the thing of the mind. But what if I have shown you? Then you will know that real estate is the thing of sight. Take a look.
Billionaires Resort by Cedarwood is specially curated for people who love luxury, people who love privacy, who love exclusive living, and people who ultimately love nature. What's that? Yes, we're that intentional about the developments at Billionaires Resort by Cedarwood. So we're currently at the Dr. Jane Elmere Nature Park. The Dr. Jane Elmere Nature Park, which is a habitat for beautiful animals, plant life as well. Here we have horses, crocodiles, turtles, monkeys, and other amazing animals. You can also see an interesting plant life here. And behind us, under construction, is the artificial lake, which will have a waterfall. And of course, there are other interesting recreational amenities. There's also here a sports complex, which would have a lawn tennis court. And of course, there's also the mini golf course.
It's real!
Yes, that's the children's playground. And over there, at the area that has been casted already, we're having a giant's chessboard. Billionaires Resort by Cedarwood has everything that you need to enjoy a
Hi, my name is David Ibiam. Come with me as I take you through a journey of all the goodies P1 Plus has to offer. My man. If you're meeting us for the first time, we are a multiple award-winning real estate company with a track record of excellence and great customer satisfaction. And here is a list of the estates and locations prices that we have.
A whopping sum of 3 million naira gets you a plot of land at Billionaire Colony by Cedarwood.
Billionaire Resort by Cedarwood is still selling at 12 million naira.
Billionaire Island by Cedarwood Phase 7 is still 7 million naira. Take advantage of this price before the price review.
Billionaire City by Cedarwood is currently 20 million naira per plot, and Billionaire's Island by Cedarwood Phase 4 is 9 million naira per plot.
So you can get a slice of 464 square meter at Billionaire Resort by Cedarwood Phase 2 for as low as 7.5 million naira right now, up until August 6th, after which the price changes to 12 million naira. Thank you.
Billionaire Island by Cedarwood Phase 8 is still up and selling for 5.5 million naira.
Also selling is Lush Garden Phase 4 Extension Aba, going for 3.5 million naira. You can also get Cedarwood City Phase 2 Owerri, going for 5.5 million naira. Information, they say, is key. And by key, do well to join us every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. live on Facebook and on YouTube. We are Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio, Nigeria's first real estate radio.
All right, beautiful morning to you, Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to a beautiful Monday morning. Welcome, Lagos. Welcome, Nigeria. Welcome to Table Talk on Nigeria's first real estate radio, Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. My name is David, and it is such a delight to come your way this beautiful Monday morning. Trust you had a wonderful night rest and hope your day is going fine as planned. All right. Welcome to Table Talk on Nigeria's first real estate radio, Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. My name is David, and yes, it's a beautiful Monday morning. On Table Talk every Monday at 10 a.m., we bring to you stories making headlines. We talk about what everyone is talking about. We make you become aware of exactly what is going on, especially, especially in the news, all right? Yes, welcome. Do well to like, to comment, and to share so that everyone around you, everyone will be part of this beautiful session, this beautiful Monday morning. It's exactly 9 minutes past the hour of 10. Welcome, Lagos. Welcome, Nigeria. As usual on the show, we begin with a summary of what Nigerian newspapers are talking about. Do well to, do well to be part of the show. Exactly. I've said it before. You can be part of the show. You can be part of the conversation via the WhatsApp number and also via the comment section, either live on Facebook or YouTube. We begin with a summary of what Nigerian newspapers are talking about, and then we segue into other stories that we've selected to talk about this beautiful Monday morning. After that, you can also yes, like I said, I'm a bit distracted, don't mind me. You can also feel free to share your opinion, your views, exactly what you would love to talk about. Any of the stories that is of interest to you as we present them this morning, feel free to talk about them. Like I said earlier, either live on Facebook or YouTube, feel free to be part of the show. The WhatsApp number is also available for you to take advantage of 09133833507. I'm not alone in the studio this morning. I'm joined by a young man that has been here severally. He has been in the studio not for the first time, neither for the second time. He has also joined our conversation virtually, and I'm glad he's here. He is a young man full of a talented young man, a news analyst, an educationist, and also he's also into music. He's a graphic designer as well. He has quite a number of things that he does for himself. Victor is in the building. Lagos, Nigeria. Let's welcome Victor. Beautiful morning, my brother.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very well,
Yes.
thank you.
Hope you had a good night's rest.
Yeah.
Even though I know where you're coming from. All right, without taking more time, we begin with a summary of what Nigerian newspapers are talking about. And I'm reading from Daily Post. Okay, the very first one here says, hunger protest continues across the country today. Organizers say they are not backing down until their demands are addressed. The very second we have here says Plateau State Governor Caleb Mutfwang has imposed a 24-hour curfew on Jos Bukuru metropolis in the state capital in order to tackle the actions of some persons who have taken undue advantage of the nationwide protest to unleash terror on innocent citizens. Amnesty International, which is number 3. Amnesty International has called on Kano State Governor Abba Kari Yusuf to establish an independent judicial commission of inquiry to investigate the fatal shooting of at least 10 protesters in Konna and Kofa, Nasarawa. In a statement released on Sunday, Amnesty International emphasized the need for a thorough investigation into the general conduct of security agencies and the alleged involvement of hired thugs. Number 4, quickly, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has asked President Ahmed Tinubu's administration to admit its failure and seek alternative solutions to the challenges in the country. Speaking on the backdrop of the ongoing protests in the country and the presidential broadcast, the PDP said the broadcast clearly confirmed the APC administration's insensitivity towards Nigerians. Number 5, oil marketers on Sunday explained that the reappearance of queues at filling stations in many states is because of the halt in the supply of petroleum products by dealers in a bid to avert losing their assets due to the ongoing nationwide hunger protests. Number 6, the federal government has released 570 billion naira to the 36 states to expand livelihood support to their citizens. President Bola Tinubu announced on Sunday. He also revealed that Nigeria spends 2 trillion naira monthly to import petroleum motor spirits, popularly called petrol, and automotive gas oil, otherwise known as diesel. Number 7, Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki on Sunday said the hardship in the country is blamable on the policies of the federal government. This was as hunger protesters in Edo State held a church service on the streets. Okay, at the Ago junction of Ekenhua Road, where the church service was held. The protesters sang and danced while praising God and calling for an end to bad governance. All right, number 8, a 27-year-old man identified as Tolu Falonsa was found dead in his apartment following a midnight fire incident in the Owode Yawa community located in the Yewa South local government area of Ogun State. Falonsa, who reportedly kept his motorcycle inside the room where he slept, was found lying dead beside the machine in a room filled with smoke. Number 9, a widow, Amina Issa, alongside her children and grandchildren, numbering 6, was reported to have fallen sick and rushed to the hospital after taking pap and Egba in Agatu local government area of Benue State on Sunday. The children were identified as Benjamin, Pico, Esther, Hassan, Emmanuel, and one other. And lastly, this morning, the Ekiti State's Commissioner of Police, Mr. Adeniro Akinwale, said an ex-convict, Mowaye Ayodele, and 2 other suspects, Ojotemi Dayo and Busari Lukman, have confessed their roles in the killings, kidnapping, and attacks on points of sales operators in Ado Ekiti, the state's capital. on this note, we segue into the stories we've selected to talk about this beautiful morning. You can be part of the conversation, like I said earlier, via the comment section and also via our WhatsApp platform. We'd love to hear from you. Let me know where you're watching me live from. Let's know where you are, where you can hear us live from. Let's begin with the very, very popular one here that all the newspapers are talking about, and it's concerning the protest. So I have a few stories from Daily Post. It says, article showing Falana others pick holes in Tinubu's speech. The Daily Post is not the only newspaper reporting that. We also have the Vanguard saying protest continues in Lagos Monday, which is today, organizers. And then also, the Vanguard is also reporting that Sanwo-Olu opens new engagement channels with protesters. And one other newspaper, the Vanguard is also saying protest. Tinubu's broadcast fell short of expectations. Organizers, Atiku Soyinka, PDP, NLC, others. So literally, Nigerian newspapers, all of them are talking about the protest this morning. In a few words, I want to quickly come to Victor. Now, as regarding the protests and the nationwide, did I say nationwide? Yeah, the national broadcast by our beloved president. When I saw the video over the night around 3 a.m. this morning, I noticed that it was an edited kind of video. You know how we used to be, just somebody standing somewhere reading a script. I think how many paragraphs? I heard of the paragraph this morning. I've even forgotten. Just reading 36 paragraph. Ha! When you look at the video, you know that there had been a lot of pause and stop. It wasn't a live, it was just, but in whichever way, it was a broadcast, whichever way it came. But then, what's your opinion? Several newspapers are, talking about it. Soyinka, Atiku, the organizers of the protest and all that have quite a number of things to say. Let's begin with what you have to say concerning the broadcast and also the protest in general.
Well, for me, I would say the broadcast that our president made as regards the protests, it actually fell short of expectations indeed. The president did not address the major issue, the major problem why the protest even started. For you to solve a problem, you have to know what the problem is. Why did these people come out in the first place? Those issues were not stated. Issues of security was not, stated in his broadcast. Issues of hunger, issues of inflation, hike in the fuel price was not, stated in the broadcast. So he just sidelined the problem and faced what he actually just wants to talk about. So for me, Tinubu's broadcast fell short of the people's expectations.
So we'll take a quick video. We'll take a quick video that was aired on Channels TV, and then when we return, we'll say a few things, and then we'll continue.
Thursday, August 1, 2024, is a day that has been etched in history as one where Nigerians took their destiny in their hands, demanding for better living conditions from the authorities. From Lagos to Abuja, to the southwest, the south-south and northern states, Nigerians defied all odds and marched through the streets, asking the federal and state governments to reverse its policies and give them a better economy.
My fellow Nigerians, I speak to you today.
4 days after, President Bola Tinubu speaks to the nation in a broadcast, presenting a scorecard on a range of issues like the economy, infrastructure, agriculture, oil and gas. This, however, is unappealing to some Nigerians, as they say the president did not tackle the main issues, such as fuel subsidy removal, that is impacting negatively on the well-being of the people.
In his speech, the president referred to CNG kits. Now I ask you, we heard before that our four refineries will be back to work. We heard that Dangote refinery has come on stream. So if the four refineries and Dangote refinery which has come on stream, why are we then spending billions and trillions on CNG? Now, the CNG kits, are we producing in Nigeria? No. We still require scarce foreign exchange to bring in the CNG kits.
They turned down the olive branch for dialogue extended by the president, stating that the protest continues.
Why will anybody want to dialogue with a president that did not even acknowledge that people died? That is not holding the security agencies accountable for people dying. The president has not said, oh, give me 3 weeks, I will meet the demand.
The Arewa group also distanced itself from the photos of the Russian flag being displaced in some parts of the north.
If you watch what is going on now at the social media, some people carrying flag of Russia, they are not part of us. They are not the protesters.
Some, however, appeal to Nigerians to be patient with the president to solve the challenges facing the country.
Policies have been enacted, and he has started doing everything that requires to be done to make sure that the impact of these policies are mitigated. And he went ahead today in his speech to repeat them one after the other.
Many are watching as the week begins if the government and the protesters will find a common ground and have the demands of the protesters resolved, or what will transpire after the protest comes to an end on August 10th. Emanuela Ekele, Channels Television News.
Channels Television News reporting on Cedarwood Luxury Radio. So yeah, now this is what I had. This is what I have in mind. Do you think the government is willing now? There is a 10-point agenda. I would have. I forgot. I would have just installed it quickly on the system so that everyone can see. But then I'll just quickly read from my device here. All right, the demand from the protesters, which, all Nigerians can also agree with. Number one, it says, hunger, all right? Yeah. Reduce the cost of food immediately with solutions like food importation, subsidized credit, and intervene in logistics and storage challenges. Number two, cost of living. Address the rising cost of living. Reduce pump price of fuel to 195 naira per litre to reflect current economic challenges. Reduce electricity tariff and import taxes. Number three, insecurity. All right? Yeah. Curb insecurity across the country. Stop diverting security resources, money, and people, and immediately prosecute known investigators and criminals. Resettle internally displaced person (IDPs) immediately. Number 4, government waste / cost of governance / bloated NAS. All right, permanently reduce by 50% the running cost of the Executive and National Assembly, and fully implement the Oron Saye report to scrap agencies and reduce the size of government. Scrap hardship, entertainment, and all other nans and allowances, and immediately remove all 7,444 projects worth 2.24 trillion naira inserted by the National Assembly in the 2024 federal budget. Number 5, NSAS. Release all NSAS protesters, obey ECOWAS judgment, and make public the NSAS judicial panel reports, and implement recommendations including payment of compensations. Number 6, protect farms and farmers. Provide security to farmers across the country. Restore stolen lands. Subsidize farm input seeds, fertilizers, insecticides, and ban destructive GMOs. Number 7, human capital development. Declare a state of emergency on education and increase budgetary allocation to education and healthcare by 20% and revert to the old national anthem. I agree with that one. Number 8, electoral reform. Implement the Justice West report on electoral reform and include mandatory electronic balloting and transmission to the IREF, ending with an executive electoral bill to the National Assembly by October 1. The new Electoral Act must be signed by December 2024. Number 9, establish a living wage. Go back to the negotiating table for an implementation plan to establish an unemployment living wage, enforce implementation across board, create immediate employment for youth, and clear all backlog of pensions. And then number 10, constitutional and judicial reforms. Sponsor executive bill to the National Assembly to amend the constitution to allow for referendums. Nigerians want to vote on a new constitution. The process of appointment and discipline of judges should be transparent. And then I'm going to add my own. Number 11, address and find a lasting solution to the medical sector of the country. The medical sector of the country is, nothing to write home about. Now, do you think the government, from the broadcast yesterday, is willing? Because many people are saying he did not address, and even the people that are saying he did not address it, they don't even know what the president is supposed to address. Now, I've given to you the 10-point agenda, and I added number 11 to it, which is the health sector. All right, the 10/11-point agenda that Nigerians or protesters, which also is applicable to Nigerians and all Nigerians will also agree with. Do you think the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu would, dance to the tune of the protesters and adhere to this 10-point agenda and see to it that, yes, in less than 6 to 1 year or before the end of their first term, something will be done about this?
I personally, looking at from his broadcast,
yes,
you get to know that, man, one, there was no remorse for the loss of lives during the protest. It shows that he doesn't have the heart of the people. He only came out to address the citizens because probably it was pressure to,
You know what I heard? I think what I heard on Arise TV today is that he was begged.
Okay, he was begged. Okay. And then you cannot come out to address the citizens and then declare that they should no longer protest when you have not actually addressed the issue. It's just like you telling a child, okay, because you have done this, I'm sorry, and then on the other hand, you're also giving the child another punishment. So it's like you're not addressing what the issue is. You're just using that as a leverage, to just come out to say, this is what I intend to do. That's what we heard during the presidential campaign. You're still coming out to say the same thing you said during the presidential campaign. We don't want words.
That speech was more like a campaign.
Like a campaign speech. There was no deadline to what he wants to achieve for the country. No deadline stated in the broadcast. So it's just like you saying, okay, this is what I want to do. When? How? Would you implement these things you've said? So one, issues as regards the protest were not addressed totally. He did not sympathize with those that lost their lives during the protest. The issues of security, just like you said. Issues of hunger, issues of the farmers that are terrorized and removed out of their farms. They are farmers, but they are at home because they cannot go to their farmlands. They cannot provide food for their families. Food have been taken away from their mouth. Issues as critical as that were not addressed. So for me, I feel like
They are not ready.
They are not ready.
willing.
Yes, they are not ready to implement these things that the protesters, the citizens, want to see.
All right, we move on to other stories this morning, and this time around, we're reading from the from Daily Post. Resign if you can't pay 70,000 minimum wage. NLC to Gombe governor. The Nigerian Labour Congress NLC has urged the governors urged governors who are unable to meet the new 70,000. And by the way, I sound a bit nasal this morning, a bit under the weather. You know, my nose has actually been going through some. So if you hear me, if you can hear me breathe, it's because you know, I just have some little blockage. Pardon me for that. All right. So yeah, the Nigerian Labour Congress NLC has urged governors who are unable to meet the new 70,000 minimum wage to step down from office. This comes in response to the Gombe State Governor Inuwa Yahaya, who recently stated that his administration could not afford to pay the newly established national minimum wage, but they can afford unnecessary luxury.
Exactly.
Let me put it that way. Governor Yahaya, who also serves as the chairman of the Northern Governors Forum, made these remarks during a meeting with labor leaders, civil society organizations, and traders associations at the government house in Gombe. What's your take on this?
This has already been signed to bill. So I see no reason why Governor Yahaya, should not implement what the president has already signed to bill. It's like you going against the law. So if he cannot, implement that in his administration, then just like the NLC have stated, he should step down.
Go back home.
He should step down for those that are ready. For someone that is ready to implement that, he has no reason not to implement it in the state. He has no reason whatsoever, because the president has already signed it to bill. 70,000 naira minimum wage. In short, it was supposed to be 250,000 naira, but because the National Labour Congress has already agreed on the 70,000 minimum wage, so why should he now go against the policies that have been signed to bill? So I agree with them. If he cannot implement it, then
you should go and sit down.
He should just resign.
All right, we take a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue with the conversation. Do not forget, this is Table Talk, and we're Nigeria's first real estate radio, Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. My name is David, and we are talking about everything that everyone is talking about. And yes, when we return, we'll continue with the stories that we have to talk about this morning.
This estate is very beautiful, very nice. I have good news for you. In this city of Owerri, we have very affordable land that is currently selling. This is a new estate in the city of Owerri. Guess what? This is Cedarwood City Estate, Phase 2, Obako Owerri. This estate is very sweet. Opposite our estate is Road Safety Office. That's opposite our estate. Our neighbor here is Lubos Manufacturing Company. You know what it means? Manufacturing company, they have many workers. They have up to 700 workers. I know what it means. Looking for houses to rent. You want to live somewhere close to their working place. So what it means that you need to buy this land, build and rent it out to people. But this place is buy and build. It's selling with a promo price of 5.5 million naira. Just 5.5. You'll be a landowner in this estate. And it's a stable dry land. It's trekkable from here to Obako Junction. And it's facing Onitsha Express Road. From here, you see the vehicle moving, passing. Freehold is the land title of this Cedarwood City Phase 2. So, if you're an investor and you're looking for a place to invest in the city of Owerri, Obako is here for you. Cedarwood City Estate, Owerri Phase 2, Obako is here for you. You need to be a landowner in this wonderful place. And Obako is fast developing. Many people are really moving to Obako. It's a perfect place for you to invest. Clearing has begun in this estate. We are really clearing the place because very soon we'll start perimeter fencing and gatehouse in this estate. As you can see, Caterpillar is there working. is already working. So what you need to do is you rush to this estate and acquire your own property. 1 days from now, we are going to start our plot demarcation in this estate. So if you're looking for a point and kill estate in the city of Owerri, this estate is here for you. I remember my humble self, Emmanuel Madriki, BDM of G1 Plus Owerri, in charge of this beautiful estate. Remember, we are here to serve you.
All right, we're back, and then we'll quickly continue with this very story from the Punch newspaper. It says, JAMB gives schools ultimatum to disclose illegal admissions, not administrations, illegal admissions. All right. The Joint Administration and Matriculation Board has given all tertiary institutions in the country 1 month to disclose all admissions conducted outside its central admission processing system before 2017. The public communication advisor for JAMB, Dr. Fabian Benjamin, who disclosed this at a press briefing in Abuja on behalf of the board's registrar, Professor Isaac Oloyede, on Sunday, said the directive was aimed at enhancing transparency and fairness in the admissions process. The attention of the board has been drawn to the predilection of some institutions to admit candidates outside the approved central admissions processing system platform and process such through the condiment of illegal admissions window to accord legitimacy. To close this abuse window, the board has declined that all institutions should now or never disclose all candidates illegally admitted prior to the 2017. Prior to 2017, whose records are in their system within the next 1 month, beginning from August 1st, 2024. All right. Now, any admission reportedly given prior to 2017 will no longer be recognized or condoned unless disclosed within 1 month window. Institutions are advised to comply with the directive, as there would be not any further condonment of hitherto unrecorded candidates who did not even register with JAMB, not to talk of sitting for any entrance examination. This move is aimed to curbing illegal admissions and falsification of records while ensuring compliance with the provisions of CAPS, the statements read. How do people get admitted illegally in this same country, Nigeria? And then you will finish illegally because you were admitted illegally. And then come out with an illegal certificate.
Yeah. So, I would say it's not the fault of the students. It's the fault of the universities, because there are windows that the universities, like graces, universities still give to people that probably are unable to meet the cutoff mark for JAMB.
Okay.
Or we are still unable to write JAMB. So it happens that way. They give windows like supplementary exams.
Yes.
After the main exams for students to still try to gain admission to the universities. But then after a student gains admission through that grace window, let me use a supplementary for instance, they should also go back to write their JAMB or do JAMB regularization.
Yeah.
It's very, very important so as to secure their admission from JAMB. If any student does not receive their admission letter from JAMB, should consider themselves as non-students of that school, of whatever tertiary institutions they are in. If they have not received the admission letter from JAMB, then that admission is falsified. It's a falsified admission.
All right. Well explained. Well explained. Okay, let's quickly move to the very Next story. This time around from Daily Post. Plateau governor imposes 24-hour curfew. All right. Governor Caleb Mutfwang of Plateau State has imposed a 24-hour curfew in Jos North and Bukuru metropolis of the state. He said the decision became necessary in its effort to enhance the security of lives and also maintain public order. This was contained in a press statement signed by the governor's director of press and public affairs. Now, this curfew, it reads in a direct, before I ask my question, it reads in a decisive move to enhance the security of life and maintain public order. Plateau State Governor Barrister Caleb Manasseh Mutfwang has imposed a 24-hour curfew on Jos Bukuru metropolis effective from midnight on Saturday, August 4, 2024. That was yesterday down to this very day. Now, I understand the fact that, they're trying to secure lives and based on whatever reason that they've given.
Yeah.
People are taking advantage of this protest
Exactly.
to, just
to cause havoc,
to misbehave,
exactly,
to do anyhow.
Yeah.
Now, on the other hand, are you sure that is the only reason, or the fact that they don't want people to protest? Do you see it that way? I just imagine.
Personally, I feel it's both ways.
Okay.
We should look at it from both angles. It's for the benefit of the citizens.
Yeah.
One, because of their safety
Mm-hmm.
and their well-being. Because even from the onset, I said people would actually utilize these hoodlums, would utilize this protest.
And also in Plateau State, what's it called now? The governor of Jos, Plateau governor imposes 24 hours curfew on Jos metropolis. It's also so curfew here and there. Yeah, continue.
Yeah. So these people, these hoodlums, would want to make use of this, take advantage of this protest to cause havoc, to, get into people's shop, vandalize things, make do of things they want to make do of, things they have planned, disrupt the protest. So one, you see the northern states, insecurity is a major problem in the northern states. And this curfew would help to condone those insecurity. You look at people going for protests, some persons are carrying daggers, some persons are carrying knife,
and then we must also
things that are dangerous.
Yeah.
And they say it's protest. It will no longer become protest. It will result to loss of lives, loss of
and
properties.
looting as well.
And looting.
We must also commend Lagos State because, it's not even the way we thought it's going to be in Lagos.
Exactly.
That's a wonderful one. And then, some politicians have politicized the fact that the protest is now violent, making it look like it is the protesters that has made it violent. People will always, at every given point in time, take advantage of any situation, that comes their way. But then, we'll take our very last story. We have one more breaking news. We'll just read a few paragraphs from that, and then we'll continue. Now, this one, the reason why I actually brought this to the table, or I added this story, is the fact that, yes, the Olympics is on, as we all know. Last week, it was viral on social media. On social media, the female boxing, a male, how do I put it now? A biological male fought as a female against another female, that made her give up even before the end of the fight. She resigned. She gave up. She opted out from that particular fight because hand where man go use blow woman, it did different from hand where woman go use blow woman, except say the woman are extra sized kind of woman or something like that. But then it doesn't make sense. A lot of people people said, people had a lot to say about that particular fight. And I asked myself, Olympics of all games, how would you allow a biological male to fight as a woman in a female sport? It doesn't make sense. All right, but the Tigress is making Nigeria proud. They happen to be the very first African team in basketball for both male and female to scale through quarterfinal in the Olympics. I mean, no African country, both male and female, has ever, scaled through quarterfinals in the Olympics when it comes to basketball. So the Punch newspaper is reporting that the Tigress brace up for American challenge in Olympics quarterfinal. Nigerians, the Tigress, have been drawn against the United States in the quarterfinals of the women's basketball event at the 2024 Paris Olympics. The Nigerian ladies made history by securing Nigeria's first ever berth in the last 8 of the Olympic basketball tournament. This followed other impressive 79-70 victory over Canada in their final group game on Sunday. The team accumulated 5 classification points and initially topped Group B. However, the standings shifted when the Australian triumphed over France 79-72 in the other group match, pushing Nigeria down to 3rd place in the group rankings. The team is now set to face defending champions USA on August 7 at 9:30. That is on Wednesday. We'll go watch them. We'll go pray, say they defeat America. Can't go through the final. Can't defeat whosoever they meet for final. Can't enter final. Can't defeat whosoever they meet for final. Can't win them. What do you have to say?
All we have to do is to encourage them. They are doing a good work, making Nigerians proud. This is kind of news that we need to, be sharing. This is kind of news that we need to be airing, because this is what puts Nigerian flag high, globally, So we need to encourage this, the Tigress. They are really doing a great work, putting Nigerians' name up there. Yeah.
I don't know. Something just came to my mind. Are people following
the Olympics?
No. Yeah, the Olympics and then this show, Big Brother. All right, so there's a breaking news here. Nigerian government issues travel alert for citizens planning to visit UK. Pick up the Daily Post and then read up on that very one, especially if you have the intention to travel to the UK. And Nigerian government has issued travel alert for citizens planning to visit UK. And let me just read the few paragraphs there. The Nigerian government on Monday, which is today, before the show started, that was when this issued a travel alert to its citizens planning to visit the UK. This was contained in a statement signed by the spokesperson to the Minister of Interior, Ambassador Eche Abu-Obe. It noted that there is an increased risk of violence and disorder occasioned by the recent riots in the UK. It advised Nigerians traveling there to be extra vigilant and make measures. These measures include avoiding political processions, protests, rallies, and marches. Nigerians have also been warned to avoid crowded areas and large gatherings. All right. As a matter of fact, you can be in the UK and not be okay. You can decide to travel to Italy and eat leave. Or you can say you want to stay, let me not finish it. Let me not finish that rhymes. Should I finish the rhymes? Anyway, Victor, thank you very much for coming to the show. It has been a wonderful time. It has been a wonderful time on Table Talk. So, for those of you traveling to the UK, for you to be okay, they've asked you all to avoid political processions, protests, rallies, and marches. And like I said, you can go to the UK and still not be okay. You can go to Italy and do what? Be eating leaves. Or you can decide to rush to Russia and rush back. Or you go to US and be useless. Thank you. Lagos will be back at 1 p.m. for another amazing time. And this time around, it will be the latest trends and happenings in the real estate industry. We call it the real estate market trend. God bless you all and see you again.
Hello everyone, my name is David, Programs and Broadcast Coordinator for Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. Would you love to feature on any of the Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio program? Do well to reach out to us via the number right there on the screen, irrespective of who you are, what you are, where you are, and what you do. The Cedarwood Luxury Online platform is available and open to every one of you out there. So if you love to feature on any of our Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio programs, do well to reach out to us via the WhatsApp number right there on the screen, and boom, you'll be in the studio to speak with us. Do well to reach out to us now.
Welcome to Billionaire City by Cedarwood, the most futuristic community in the city of Asaba. Located at Amachai Quarters in the Witch Tech Industries neighborhood of Isile Asaba, Billionaire City by Cedarwood is the meeting point of nature and technology. From an automated gate to QR code visitor access, CCTV cameras and other security installations, you are assured of security whilst enjoying all the amazingness that is Billionaire City by Cedarwood. Every 464 square meter plot acquired at Billionaire City by Cedarwood assures access to estate amenities which include swimming pool, tech hub and co-workspace, fitness center and spa, Wi-Fi park, and more. If you're looking to live in a serene estate that explores modern technology for optimal comfort, then you should subscribe to Billionaire City by Cedarwood today.
Officially 15 million naira per 464 square meter plot, Billionaire City by Cedarwood is currently selling at a pre-launch price of 10.5 million naira.